Okay, I'm a minute early, but oh well, we're just gonna start the show early by a minute. Um, Too bad. If you don't like it, I don't care. Uh, but this is the FN Improv Twitch show that I've been doing for the last 2 months. That's all I can say. I I'm part of the Cell Dwellers. I'm Conrad. We do it every Friday. Yeah, not sure if anybody's out there tonight, but that's okay because I do this for me. Oh, there's one other person that just joined us. How exciting is this? Cool. Um, so I don't know if you can see my Twitch stream over there, or the chat stream. Um, but yeah, I noticed I was wearing a towel in this video. I'm like, why do I have a towel on the side of my pants? Um, Turns out it was from May 25th, 2018, and that is Towel Day for all you. Oh, crap. I got. Wait, wait. I'll come up with the name in a minute. Give me a second. That's okay. We'll skip that part. Brain doesn't want to work. I don't mind. Hope you don't mind. But yeah, his birthday is that day. Doug. I want to say it's a Doug. It's definitely a Doug. No, Douglas. Douglas. Adam. No. Adam Douglas? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, we still do it every Friday, and it's 10:01, so I guess we can get the show on the road. I got 3 viewers. How exciting is that? Cool. So anyway, I decided not to go with the martini tonight. I instead went with the box wine that we had in the fridge, which I need to buy some more quite soon because it's getting quite low. And this is quite old and it's not as tasty, but that's okay. I don't mind. I've been drinking other stuff before the show, so I'm all ready. I just wanted something nice and smooth, like a wine to have while I'm sitting here talking to you on the video screens. So, what do you guys want to talk about tonight? Anything new? Anything cool happening with your life? Uh, Well, unless you post it into the comments, I don't know what you're doing. So I'll tell you what I've been doing. Um, I There's on Facebook. Um, there are a lot, and I lost another viewer. Crap! I hate you. That's all right. I love you because you're still watching me. Um, but on Facebook, there are hello microburst of be. Ooh, yeah, that's hopefully you still got power or else you're not able to watch me. But yeah, I believe that is Jeremy. Yeah. Oh, and congratulations, by the way. I'll tell you since I know for a fact you're watching this time. Congratulations. That's awesome. Um, yeah, there was. Yeah, I had to drive. Speaking of the microburst beaver, um, I the wife had a party to go to tonight at her place of work. Actually, yeah, her place of work. Um, and apparently they needed a whistle. You're welcome. And apparently they needed a whistle because they're doing like a themed event and stuff like that. So I had to drive a little plastic whistle out to the old building so that they can come out and grab. Which that was the nice thing is the fact that they came out and grabbed it from me. Like I had my umbrella. I was ready to like run out into there, you know. But then I saw like my wife coming to the door. I'm like, oh crap! Like okay, you're ready to go, girl. I'm like waiting for the rain to slow down a bit, because it was just bucketing down on me. And even though I just resealed the roof of the car because it is a convertible, um, it still dripped. Matter of fact, it dripped worse than it normally drips. I was there was like a bead of water droplets across the top where the the roof goes up, and I'm like, oh, and it's like, well, there's always been a drip on the driver's side, like, like that hits me in the leg, which that really pisses me off. And I know there's one on the opposite side, and I want to say down there was one in the center that was dripping. So I was like, yay, my car's gonna be filled with water. Not to mention that the trunk is normally always has water dripping into it. Anyway, back to Facebook and what I've been doing. There was I saw an ad for a class. It was an online class on backyard gardening or something like that, or like starting your gardens. Anyways, something like that. And it was held by someone in Maryland, I think, the Maryland Conservation Society. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, back to the story. I've been skipping this whole time. Uh, they they had a little class, so I decided to watch it on the Zoom channel, to see what's going on. Got me back into the idea of like, oh, okay, I can do a garden. I've done them before. It didn't turn out so great the first time, but I figured I'll give it another shot and do a garden. So back to my story. I already I had a raised bed that I put in like probably like 5 years ago, maybe six. Um, well, when I put in the raised bed, I was a dumbass and I stocked it full with I think manure or some sort of like sod with manure in it. Like it wasn't good for planting. Let's just say that. After after the year was up, I know the one thing I definitely planted was carrots. Um, I got 3 carrots. They were it's hard to tell, but they were probably less than 2 inches long, each one of them. It was so sad, but they were good. I don't think I even like. I think I just washed them really well, and I was like, if I peel it, there's not gonna be anything left. So I was like, and I ate it. It was pretty good. I was like, all right. So excuse me 1 second. I gotta flick the fan on because it's really hot in here. Okay. Hey, we're back. Cool. All right. So I turned the fan on there, and then my chair got caught in the carpeting because this chair is not really meant for carpeting on this floor. But that's okay. We did it. We're back. Um, yeah. So that was. So I told you about the microburst, and I told you about the class I've been taking on from Facebook. Speaking of which, so I got this stuff planted, and I bought 4 plants. I brought a tomato plant, which I put in one of those upside down hangers. And I have good. I really think that was going to turn out well because I did that last year and it came out, or not last year, but years before, and it came out really well. Um, the other ones I planted, I grabbed a hot pepper and 2 bell peppers. Okay. Well, long story short, um, planted it, got it all set and ready. I only got like 3 plants in this giant, well, not really giant, but this raised bed. Here, I believe it was either a raccoon, or I'm more thinking it was the neighborhood cat that like runs around the outside. Um, I think he jumped up there um, last night and started digging around the flowers. Um, Luckily, the hot pepper, I put a 2 liter bottle around. Like I cut the bottom off and stuck it on top. So he didn't touch that one, but he definitely dug holes in it and dug up the one bell pepper, like the one from the center. So that was really upsetting. I was gonna put some hot pepper around, like, sprinkle the stuff around so they smell it. But I decided since the rain, it's probably not gonna be very effective. So instead, I did angle the security light towards, or like the sensor towards it, so that maybe that'll set it off and scare it. But I also took an old oh, uh, aquarium, and I stuck it upside down over the top of the two. So hopefully that will keep them out for tonight. And tomorrow we'll start anew. We'll maybe tomorrow, since it's not going to rain right away, I'll put the pepper around it at night, and because I really don't want that. The aquarium sitting on top of it. I don't think it's good for it. Especially because there's no actual air getting to it. So we'll see how that goes. So there's still no word on what we want to do tonight. Oh well, okay. Well, if anybody's following me on Twitter, I guess you can send me your tweet on what you'd like me to talk about. Nope. I see no tweet on there. So we're gonna talk about what I want to talk about, and something that I talked about earlier. How do I open this up? I gotta figure out this out. I gotta shift it. Okay, give me a second. All right, I'm working on it. I'm trying to do two things at once. It's a little difficult. Here we are. And I'm gonna throw this onto the other side. Nope, that didn't work. What am I doing wrong? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and there should be a way for me to. Let me close this guy because you don't need that one open anymore. Cool, thanks. There should be a way to I can just view it as the full thing, but I don't think I can. Suck. All right, let's see what this works. I'm going to the other day I had an interesting conversation on Facebook with I'm just going to call him the Jagov, okay, because it's a Pittsburgh thing. And if you're not from Pittsburgh and you don't know what a Jagov is, it's basically an asshole. And since this is the Cellar Dwellers page, that's what the CD stands for. If you don't know, I'm not going to get political because this is not, the way I see it, a political issue. This is a Jagoff issue. So, with no further ado, it's 10:12. I'm going to go through the conversation I had with the Jagoff. I'll be doing the voices of both myself and the Jagoff to make it a little more exciting. Maybe. So let's just see how this goes. All right. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it won't. I don't care. Whatever. Nope, that's not what I'm supposed to have. All right, I got it. All right, I gotta shut this up again. Excuse me. Hold on. Click onto here. Click onto there. Come on, seriously? Did I change it? Oh, wait, maybe I clicked the wrong one. Hold on a second. All right, all right. Let's not go and lose ourselves. So this is what we're gonna do. Oh, I have a backup plan because I can load this up another way. How can I load this up? I don't want you to. I want to go into there. Don't want to go into there. Why is this not coming up? I don't understand. capture this window. Nope, still hasn't changed. I'm going to be losing viewers real quick if I don't get something going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's okay. I don't understand why can't you play this on the damn screen? I don't understand. Like this is not what I have listed on here. And here's why didn't I test this? Well, it's okay. It's improv. We decide on what we're doing as we're doing it. Okay, I have to install an app to do that. Oh, hello. Wait, can I do that? I hope I didn't lose you guys. Installed. Yeah, it says the app has been installed, but it hasn't changed the layout at all. So that's annoying. And nothing's still not working. Well, in that case, let's go to the downtime. Yes, go into this page so you guys can see me bigger. And I'm like, ooh, I see me bigger. And I'm going to attempt to put this up on my Facebook page. And we'll see it from there instead. Huh? Alright, that's cool, right? Yeah, that kind of work. It's got to scroll down to where I am, because it was from my Facebook page. Ah, here we go. Excellent. Okay, now I need to go back to. Wait, that was my touch screen. There we go. Okay, so now you're looking at my my Facebook page. I know it's a big surprise. Anyway, so a friend of mine. Oh, dang! And the other one had all the names scratched out. But you know what? The way I see it, my page is public. They made a post onto a public page, so if they don't want their name being seen, they shouldn't post it on a public page like so, right? That's the way I see it. Anyway, so so I get this thing that's about the coronavirus and everything, and as you can see my first comment, this is all completely wrong. Find the actual facts at the CDC website because, yes, let's just go through this step by step, okay? The virus is only active during certain times of the day on beaches. No, that's completely false, okay? It can travel up to 6 feet. Yes, it can travel up to 6 feet. It cannot travel 6.1. Actually, it could travel as far as the sneeze or something from a person, which I think is like 15 feet or something. So it could travel 15 feet. The reason they even put 6 feet on there is like a happy medium. You know, it's like, well, we don't want to tell people stay 15 feet apart because that's just crazy. You can't get anything done. But they also didn't want to say, oh, you know what? Let people come within 3 feet of you because they know that will be bad for you. So that's why it's 6 foot, okay? It can go through the air and all surfaces except anything that comes in the mail or groceries. Actually, no, it can come through the mail. It can get on your groceries, okay? Um, Uh, the virus doesn't go to places like Walmart. Yes, it does. Target. Yes, it does. Amazon. Yes, it does. In other words, corporate. Yes, it can be on all those places. Okay, but places like bars, smokables, and especially churches, bars and small businesses. Okay, that's the key word is small businesses. Okay, you can't really be 6 feet apart if you're in a small place. Huh? Yeah. So yeah. So um, you can actually be separated from people in a church depending on how packed your church is. Um, I've heard of places doing it outside. I think that's a great idea. I believe the wind would blow it away and stuff like that. Um, yes, the virus cannot live on food taken and go. That is correct because the actual food is cooked. And I don't know if you know this or not, but cooking things typically burns the viruses and kills them. That's how it happens. So anyway, so they're making like a little joke, and I told them, hey, go find their stuff on the website, right? So this is where it starts. Okay, I get this guy. I was gonna call him Jagoff, but maybe I'll call him Tim. No, let's stay with Jagoff. Maybe you guys can't read the lettering on there, and oh, I said Tim. All right, too late. So you Conrad Bianca really got triggered by these common sense questions. Okay, first off, let's my first answer to him. Um, the questions have answers. People just don't want to listen to them. Then I realized they're not actually questions. Um, they're not even questions. They're statements. Okay, so off the bat, the guy does not know the difference between a question and a statement. All right, so we're already off to a good start. They bring up common sense questions. Well, had he gone to the CDC website, he would have got these answered for him. Okay, because matter of fact, that's how I got the information that I needed. Um, but TDS gets in the way of common sense, so you are excused. Uh, and it took me a while to figure out what the TDS was. It's Trump derangement syndrome or something like that. I don't know, whatever. So it took me a while to figure that out. But I didn't want to get into it, so I said, "Have a nice day. I'm not gonna argue with you." Okay, I was done. Okay, and guess what? I know CNN will tell you different, but men can't magically transform into women either. So I guess that's what set me off because I was like, why in the world? I guess yeah. Matter of fact, I even forgot. Maybe he even deleted a part to this, but I didn't understand why he was even like starting this. Okay, I think what it is he lives for arguing with people and just needed to argue with me for some reason, and that's why I'm putting him on my weekly blog. Yeah. And hopefully you guys get a laugh about this. Jagoff, you are right. They have to go to a doctor because they do. Even I know there's no such thing as magic. I wasn't going to tell him that, but there is such a thing as magic. But I don't want to tell him that there is such a thing as magic. Just so you know. All right. Uh, and the person here that he's talking to um, is a friend of mine from basic training. Anyway, you, our friend, just won the Dumbest Thing Today award. So I had to comment back, your. Because I've noticed a lot of times when I'm talking with Jagovs, is they're so afraid of putting down the wrong version of your that they just automatically use your, or you are, I should say. um, so that's why it's a. Here's the thing. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but this is really cool. You can actually go back on Facebook and change your comment. Okay. Matter of fact, these little. Well, I can't do that one, but I can change my own. I can go to edit or delete. It's amazing, right? You can actually like fix your mistakes. You can't do that on Twitter, which annoys me a bit, but oh well, that's how it goes. So I go, your. Um, well, you are wrong. The most that can happen is they will be a man with a chopped off penis. Good day, ma'am, or whatever gender you want to pretend to be today. Um, I, again, I don't know why he was starting with this part here. I thought that was odd. That I don't know. I was like, okay. So obviously he doesn't know anything about science or how transgender women come to be. Okay. And you know what? If you don't like transgender women, that's fine with me. I don't care, okay, that you don't like them. But at least know the science behind it, know the facts behind it. Don't just be ignorant because you don't like it. All right. And I have no problem talking with somebody who's against something as long as they actually use facts and not just their feelings. Uh, Jagov, uh, there's a lot more involved, but I don't expect you to understand them. A little dig on them, I understand. A little bit of a dig. Okay. You are right. Is still a man. Oh, it's still a man, only with a penis and balls gone. Like, oh, like, okay, like, oh, like he obviously, he must have thought he really got me there. Oh, no, he got me there. And I'm not playing the stupid GIFs on here. Um, I don't even know what this GIF is. Hey, we're live. I can actually play this GIF. I will. Because I'm curious what this GIF even is. Because I haven't played it yet. I'm assuming it's not nudity or anything like that. Yeah, it's from the Bill movie. Or the... Okay, how do I get back to where I was? Yeah. So... it's even funnier now that I played it. Okay, look. He changes genders. Here's your proof. Um, so let me get this straight. He's posting proof by posting something from a movie. Um, you guys may not know this, but movies are make believe. Okay, they're not real unless they're a real documentary. In which case, sometimes they actually do fake it a little bit to make the show better. So he goes, "Here's your proof." And then he puts on another video, um, another Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. It's not proof. It's a movie, okay? Okay, Jagoff? Okay, it's a movie. Then he has to yell it, gender reassignment surgery! Okay, I don't know why he had to yell that. I thought that was strange. Um, and I think actually, I know it does say just says 1 day in here. Um, I think this part was like after a long time I waited and waited and waited, and then I finally commented back because I was like, all right, maybe I felt like getting into it. I don't know. Jagoff, surgery is the last step in a very long line. A scene from a movie is not proof. I would post an article about it, but I seriously doubt that you would read it or understand it. It says see more. Do I have anything? Oh. Then I said, have a good day, because I was done. I didn't want to be getting into it anymore. Jagoff replies, actually, according to the LBGRTX, because he thought he was funny, community, surgery is not necessary, and it's considered fluid. No one can seamlessly change genders multiple times. Oh, so one can change multiple times a day. Researcher, LOL. Okay, all right. I give him that. It is possible technically to change genders without actually going through a surgery. That's fine. You know what? I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one, because, quite honestly, he's not going to fully embrace the idea of it. Okay, I have friends who actually are non-gendered, and they haven't gone through a surgery. I don't care. I think that's great. If you want to be non-gender, that's cool. I'm not going to get into it with this guy and say, hey, I have friends that are non-gender, and because he won't even understand the idea of non-gender, quite honestly. I barely understand it myself, but I don't hate people because I don't understand it. There's the big difference, is not hating someone. Um, Actually, okay, there's that one. Last count is 122 different genders. Oh, you know what? Maybe he's right. Maybe there is 122 different genders. It's a good possibility. Um, I don't understand all of them, and that's fine. I'm not going to make fun of someone for not understanding their different gender. Oh, excuse me a second. I've been holding this drink for quite some time. I need to take a sip. So Lesko, so he's trying to dig on the LGBTQ community. All right, so I had to post my favorite Gene Hackman. Uh, oh my gosh, my brain. So I post. They have a good day, sir, because you know what? I, next time I won't post one that's so angry sounding. Uh, Gene Wilder, because makes me look as if I was really upset. Which, you know what, I wasn't that upset, quite honestly. Oh, sorry, ma'am, but your self-proclaimed facts are different than what your community says. Don't bother you anymore. I won't bother you anymore. But please leave this up, as I'm sure Brandy would like to have a good chuckle today. Wow. Um, you are a friend, right? Right? You are a friend really thinks a man can magically transform into a woman. Um, let's go back to where I said, no, they can't. They have to have surgery. I don't believe in magic, okay? So he's obviously not even looking at what I'm commenting back. He just has his own thing in his head, and that's what he's going to stay with, okay? Um, yeah. Uh, Did you? And he doesn't post this to anyone particularly. I guess he's just posting it. Did you like my gender reassignment video? LOL. That's the fluidity they're talking about, I guess. When you went to change back, you just untook it. These are the idiots that vote Democrat. Okay, that's the one thing that's political in this post. I apologize. Let's skip it. All right, let's not worry about that. Jagov, you just proved my point that you are not intelligent enough to even discuss the subject. You can't even use LGBTQ without making fun of it. You are a loser and always will be. History will look back at your kind and laugh at how insignificant you are. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that the ones that are hating other people, that are racist, that are history's going to forget them. History is going to evolve, or the world, yeah, is going to evolve, and leave these kind of people in behind. No one's going to care about them. They'll be in the history books. They might even say, "Oh yeah, people did hate on those people back then. Oh yeah, it's so sad." And that's debate. All he'll be is a blip in a history book. I find it amusing, but yet once again you resort to name calling when presented with facts. Okay, he hasn't posted any facts yet. All he posted was a video that's from a movie, which isn't a fact. Okay, uh, and he says once again I resort to name calling. Um, I'll go back if you want, but that was the first instance, and of name calling yet to him, which technically wasn't name calling. I just said he was a loser, which is not really a name. That's just describing someone. That's not really a name calling. Just so you know, just being honest, being 100. Um, why is it every time an archaeologist and finds a skeleton, they never find one of the 1,220 whatever different genders? Can you show me one link where the Hulks known as coronavirus list any of these other made up genders? Uh, yeah, right. I don't know if you're laughing, but I'm laughing. Uh, I guess he was upset that I didn't cry about the 120 gender, so he had to bump it up by 10. Um, and okay, I'm not going to discuss it with him because obviously I can't. But a skeleton is only going to find one of two genders. Okay, let's be honest. Let's say with the facts. Um, I guess there's a difference between sexuality and gender and sex. It's very confusing. I don't even understand it all myself. But basically, I wasn't going to get into it and say, hey, I don't understand all that myself. But there's a difference between gender and what your sex is. Okay, they are two different things. They're not the same thing. Uh, so I had to comment on why I even called him a loser. You called me ma'am and made a mockery of the LGBT community. Then you had the audacity to uh call me a name. Oh, call me a name. Oh, that was my fault. Hey, you know what? I can go back and change this. Uh, I'm gonna change just the last letter of this because that's probably what I was trying to say. Stupid phone. I don't care what you think. I can't even discuss a topic without you using slurs. Then you, sir, are a child. If you can't without oh no without using slurs, then you, sir, are a child. I told you before. I didn't know which gender you were pretending to be today. Uh, that one still kind of confuses me because he didn't. He just. I guess he just assumed that you know all people. I guess just like you do. You have to. Which okay. All right. I'll grant him that. if you don't know someone, I guess you assume they're genderless, which is better than assuming they're a different gender than what they look like. Huh? Yeah, right. You are obviously going for the female look. I was trying to be sensitive to your mental delusion. Um, matter of fact, I'll even bring up my profile picture. I guess that's what he saw. Doesn't look like female to me. Um, Here, matter of fact, that's I'll wait till it comes up. I'll wait till it comes up. All right. Oh, okay. As for making fun of the H blah blah, I'm not even gonna say all these stupid letters. They are the ones that are now saying they're wrong there. That there are infinite number of genders. LOL. I was merely putting in leftovers that they hadn't come up with yet. Um, Technically, there should be just a plus after that, so it's LBGTQ plus, which would add in all the extra genders. Or the queer is actually, another gender. Um, yeah, you don't need to add extra letters to it. Okay, I will say that to be honest, myself, I was a little annoyed that I was happy with the LGBT. I thought that, and a lot of times that's what I write, is just LGBT. Uh, then I guess they came up with the LGBTQ. I didn't like that a lot because it was harder to say. It was like 5 letters. I'm like, really, LGBTQ? Like, and then they add the plus. I thought that was annoying too. Um, so most times I'll just say LGBT, and most people when they see me and talk to me are not offended. If they feel they are, they'll tell me, "Hey, I'm offended by that." And I'll say, "Okay, fine. I'll add you in there." Uh, and I don't know where he gets his. Okay, I guess 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I finally figure out what the third is. Third, if you read from the top, you started personal insults when you couldn't deal with verifiable facts. Um, it just makes me laugh because um, I did not start with personal insults when I couldn't deal with verifiable facts because there are no verifiable facts, and I didn't insult until after a while. So it's like this guy. So since people can change their wrong, wait, no, that was right there. So since people can change their genders at will, LOL, what do you think of people called Furbies? They are, oh, you got the right one. They are the ones that think they're cats and dogs and animals and blah, blah, blah. Do you agree with them that they can change their species at will as well? Um, okay, let's get into this for a quick second. Um, I don't believe they're called Furbies. I believe the Furbies are the little toys with the big eyes. I can't think of I can't think of what they're called right now. Damn it. Swiss cheese. Furries. They're called furries. Not Furbies. They're called furries. Um, but as far as I know now, I mean, I could research it, but I'm not because I'm just talking to a Twitch stream. Um, they don't change their species. Maybe they're a different species when they're in a costume. But from some of the ones I've talked to, like they're not. Like they don't walk around and think they're dogs, okay, at all times. They might have fun. They might have or do some stuff in their costume, but and yeah. So yeah, uh, yeah. I didn't watch this video. I probably won't. Yeah, this is one particular person who is a furry that I guess believes that they are a wolf. Um, okay, I'm. check them again. This is for me. Jagov, check them again. I did not insult you until after you insulted myself or friends of mine. All right. You posted no verifiable facts. Yeah, that's about right. And he posts this thing about living as an adult baby. Okay, I don't know what point he's trying to make. What about this man? I guess well, at least he called me man as opposed to saying, what about this woman? So, is he really a baby? First instance, you called me dumb. First instance is you called me, which right, yeah, that was the very first instance of yeah, these are the dumb people that vote Democrat or something. Yeah, so transgender father abandons children to become 6-year-old girl. Whatever. Baby is not a gender. Try again, okay? Because is this really a little girl? Look, Jagoff, I don't have time, nor do I care to have a discussion with you anymore. You are a hateful fool. Oh, I need to change that too, because it's not a hatful fool. And history, you are a hateful fool, and history will forget you. Again, have a nice day. All right. I will put this in my weekly blog so others can laugh at you. Oh, speaking of, since my thing came up, I will show you. Come on. Picture. What part of this is showing that I'm being female right now? Right? Exactly. Okay. I thought it was funny. The hero you didn't ask for. Maybe he's too. I actually looked at his picture. He should remember the greatest American hero. So let's continue with this. Oh, I lost it. Oh, I lost it. No. Oh, okay. Hit back button. Oh, okay. Good. Sorry, I shouldn't have done it that way. Is this really a cat? And it's another video. My girlfriend thinks she's a cat. I have no hate in my heart. Oh yeah, right. I totally believe he has no hate in his heart. Yeah, that's why he's posting questions about other people's sexuality and I don't know their choices in life that they have. That's because he has no hate. That's why, because he has no hate. Quite the opposite. You have a fantastic day, full of laughs for me. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, I totally believe that you're not full of hate. Or sir, or whatever, the 1,209 plus genders that you can magically be today. Changes his number again. Oops, or species, in case should be you are, a cat or a dog or whatever. Lol. Thanks again for the chuckle. You are. See, yeah, he changed himself. But again, he's too dumb to know about the 3 dots that you can use to change your own things. Just saying, you know. And don't say, oh, well, you can't do it on the phone. Yeah, you can do it on the phone. You can do it on desktop. You just gotta know to do it. Just Googled it. Archaeology experts have never found any other of the infinite genders you speak of. Let's go back. I didn't speak of any other gender. He spoke of them all. Uh, your friends are so much fun. Can you have them get me some of that peyote they are taking? It's for a friend. And yeah, you can see the end of the cake. Obviously, if you guys don't know, peyote is the the mushroom drug that makes you puke and gives you hallucinations. So that that was my my time with the Jagov. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun talking about it. I hope he has fun being called out, and I hope I my fact I sadly I did check his Facebook page to see if his boss there because um, I'm not against sending hateful things to a boss to say, hey, this is what your jagoff employee is doing. Um, Unfortunately, I have a his employer is not listed, and B, I have a feeling that his employer is one of those employers that don't really care what the hell you do. I've worked for them myself in the past. I will not work for them again. That was one of the drawbacks I had with working at my last job. Is I worked with a 100% racist. And I know he'll say he's not racist. Like, oh, I'm not racist. He says it all the time that he's not racist. However, someone who is not racist wouldn't use the N word at least, and I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Would not use it 10 times a day. Okay. Um, there was the one day we have it was a black UPS. I think it was a UPS driver. Yeah, we had a black UPS driver come in, um, and like the second he walked out that door, I was like, yeah, you fucking N word, blah blah blah. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself like, obviously he has a job, you know. We had a not a driver, but it was a it was an outside salesman, I think for Hubble, who was black. And like he would go off and go off and go off and end this and end that. The second this guy walked in, oh no, yeah, well, hello sir, I'll take care of you, blah blah blah. I'm such a nice person. Blah, blah. It was so disgusting working with this kind of person that like he would just blurt it out. So speaking of which, it was his retirement party, and we had it down at one of the fancier places, and he had his wife there, and the boss and the boss's wife, my wife, myself, and a couple other. Um, I like to call the one guy the good old boy, um, because he has this way of working that it treats women like shit. And that was the other bad thing about working with my old place, is that the fact that we had uh, outside salesmen from other branches when we switched over to a more nationwide type company. And it took me a second to realize, like, oh, this girl here is not an inside salesman, but an outside salesman. Um, that would never fly at our company, because if you were a female, you were an inside salesman. That's it. That's all you can do. You can work on the computer and put sales in, but you can't actually talk to someone, um, and make a sale. Which I don't want to get into how they did their work. I don't like it. I never liked it. It was basically, um, and to me, if you're trying to sell something, you look up the new items that are for sale. You show that to your customer, um, and you get it to it at a better price. Okay. Um, these guys would basically show up, take whoever it was to lunch. Hope like I guess they had enough time at their company to just take off for a while and go to lunch for a while. Well, I guess it is technically lunch. I guess but like lunch typically is like a half hour. They would waste a half hour eating and then another hour talking and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of how it went. La, 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 la. Okay, good stuff. I love it. Wow, I ate up a whole like 45 minutes of me talking about the Jagoff, so I'm pretty excited. Maybe I'll have to do that for next week too, so that there's like something to do and not like sit around not talking about things. Anyway, so that was and I did go onto his page. Of course, he has to have the yeah, he has to have the page of showing the two. Oh, I got two guns. You know what? I'm happy that he has guns and he knows. Well, hopefully, he knows how to use them properly and safely. Um, I don't mind you having a bunch of guns. I don't care. I think that's great. I think it's a waste of money to have more guns than you possibly could be using. Um, I mean, once you get to the point where you have, two guns per member of your family, any more than that, it's like, do you really need more? I don't understand. Are you going to hand them out to people, or are you going to hoard them and just say, "Whoa, I got all the guns"? Right? That's so. But yeah, my biggest thing is learn how to use it properly. Don't be a jagoff and try spinning it or doing something stupid with it. It is a deadly weapon. That's what they're made for. They're a tool that's meant for killing. It's not meant for anything else. It's not meant to hit targets. It wasn't built to. I can't think of anything else that it could be. It's meant for one thing, and that's killing. Okay, that's all they're meant for. Um, so, but you know what? That brings me up to a story that I remember from years ago. I I was I want to say it was within like the first year I was dating my wife, and she goes, we're going out with some friends of hers from work to someone's house, like a little party. Well, let's call him Jagoff too, because I have a feeling he has the same thoughts in his head. Um, but yeah, he owned a gun, which what I guess because he apparently worked in a bad neighborhood, so he needed a gun. Okay, I can understand that. Maybe he did. Maybe I guess where he lived was a bad neighborhood. That's fine. You know what? I went through Pittsburgh. I've never had a gun with me in Pittsburgh. I've been fine every single time. So I don't know what he's doing, if he's doing drug deals in the bad part of the neighborhood, that he needed his gun, but he had his gun. That's fine. That's cool with me. What wasn't cool is the fact that he wanted to show his gun to a friend of his because he wanted to see it. Um, what wasn't cool is the fact that we were all drinking. Okay, we were drunk. Um, Alcohol and guns don't mix. Okay, I don't know why anybody thinks that that's a great idea. So and, matter of fact, I've been drunk before. Um, I don't care where I am. If I have my gun on me and I'm drinking and I need to show it to someone, first thing, matter of fact, I don't care if I'm drunk or sober. First thing you do, anytime someone wants to see your gun, you unload it. I open it up. I show that there is or isn't a round inside of it. I dump that round out and I give that to them empty. There's absolutely no reason, um, especially if you don't know the person that well, to give someone a loaded weapon. Okay. And I don't even care if you've known them for 20, 30, 40 some years. Okay. There's no need to give someone a loaded weapon. Okay. Unless of course we're in a firefight. That's a whole different story, but we're not going to get into that. That's a whole different thing. Um, you unload it, you hand it to them, then they can do whatever the heck they want with it. So yeah, it annoyed me because we're at a party, we were drinking. He pulls the gun out, and of course, there's no up and down range. Um, Without unloading it and checking it first, it did point at my girlfriend at the time, or girlfriend at the time, and it may not have killed her. I'm sure it, probably wasn't pointed at her head. It was pointed at her stomach or something like, or her leg. But the point is the fact that he brought out a gun and didn't clear it, didn't check it, just here's a loaded weapon. Guys, have fun with it. La, 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 la. Because, they think it's a game. They think it's fun to just joke around. But let's do something fun. Let's not talk about guns like that. I apologize. Again, not technically political because yeah, I like guns. I have a gun, but safety is the key word here. Yeah, so that's not political. Anyway, so okay, we're still in the show. We're still in it. We're still in it with it. I'm trying to be a little quieter. The wife has already gone to sleep. It is 11 o'clock at night. So if you can't hear me, please speak up. Let me know. But yeah, so that's how that was going. I hope you enjoyed the my little, I don't know what you'd call it. I have no idea. My conversation with the Jagov. Um, I enjoyed it. I did. I thought it was fun. You know, I, uh, I definitely may do that again some other time. Um, I don't particularly like to get in conversation like that with people. I have at least two, yeah, two friends that are staunch conservatives. Um, Mainly because their father was a Republican, and it's funny is that um, the one posts like at least once a year, or at least he's posted before, um, that he thinks for he's a Republican because he thinks for himself, um, and it's funny that he says that because it seems that no matter what what's his name Hannity says, that's his thought too. And I'm like, well, then you're not really thinking for yourself. You're just listening to what someone else is saying and agreeing with them. That's not thinking for yourself. Um, but I digress. Sorry for getting into that. But anyway, the nice thing about them is the fact that you know uh, I can have a conversation with them, and within the first 5 lines, they're not calling back libtard or some other derogatory term, and I can actually have a conversation with them. That I like. I'm like, you know what? I have no problem with you guys. You this is what you believe in. That's fine, okay. And it's funny the fact that, yeah, I don't want to get political into it, but they will agree with certain things, um, but then if I get talking with them enough, they'll find out like, oh, well, we don't actually agree with this, we don't actually agree with this, but we're still going to vote for who we're going to vote for. Um, I know it makes me think like, well, is that what you really believe, or is that just who you're going to vote for because people have told you vote for this person? But hey, that's how that goes. Uh, yeah, I know. So the so what was I saying? Oh, our last week I mentioned that our the trivia that we do every Wednesday night. They didn't score us for I think it was round 4 or something like that. Well, it turns out we were very excited to find out that I think we tied for I think it was a three-way tie for first. I think we came in. Yeah. Um, yeah. They rescored us. They checked the standings and how things were spelled. Thing is their answer key. They did not use capital letters, and proper names are supposed to be capitalized. Um, that's why you put them up that way. Um, but they didn't use any capital letters. Um, we put our names in with capitals, so we didn't get any points for them. And then I think we put in a last name for one of them, even though we capitalized it and got it wrong because of it. But the last name, because there's a last name in there, um, we were marked wrong also. Um, yeah, because they asked for first name only. Um, but anyway, yeah, the very beginning of their show, they came out and said, "Hey, by the way, these are our three winners, the three teams that actually won. We did a rescore and everything. So happy on them. I'm very happy to have gotten our scores changed. I don't really care about because we already got over $100, I think, in gift certificates. So that's pretty exciting. Um, yeah, we're definitely gonna have a nice little party once we hit the green stage. Actually, I take that back. We're gonna wait probably a month after green stage before we go out. Um, yeah, there's just no need to rush anything, the way I see it. And I'm happy to announce that, unfortunately, because of my layoff, I'm actually I'm making so much more money than I did when I was working, which is really sad, but really great at the same time. Uh, it Yeah, I agree that there is a problem. People are not wanting are not going to want to go back to work um, if they're getting paid well. But it also kind of makes you wonder, like, well, maybe I just wasn't getting paid right to begin with. Um, they got rid of our commission probably like a month before I left. Actually, probably like 2 months before I left. Um, and the worst thing apart about that is they got rid of our commissions, um, but they didn't bother telling us. So let's just say that in January, or yeah, at the end of December, we were getting paid commission. Like we got paid commission to the last day of December. Come January, everyone's assuming, well, yeah, we're getting commission because that's what we get paid. We get paid our hourly rate plus our commission. Um, Turns out we worked for 3 months without knowing that the commissions that we were assuming we were going to get um, weren't going to come. Now, myself, I didn't really it didn't really matter to me because I got nothing in commissions. I had almost no steady um, customers coming in, and one of the whole reason I didn't have a steady run coming in of customers. Um, we didn't want to sell what they wanted. I had a few customers that wanted pipe and stuff, which our plastic conduit had a great price to it. I got that out all the time. But everything else, you know, we didn't want to take our prices like we just didn't want to keep it in stock. Um, I tried to keep wire up at my building, but unfortunately they wanted to keep all the good wire down in Washington, and basically the way they wanted everyone to work um, was you would call in the day before and say, hey, I need this, this, and the other thing. And then instead of coming in at 8, you need to come in at 11 when our truck got there to pick up your supplies. So if you needed to do a job the next day, guess you got to go somewhere else because we don't have the stuff you wanted. And we tried to make that apparent a couple of times. They didn't want to hear it. They had their own little idea of how things are going to be working. Um, so, yeah, I don't think they'll be around in 10 more years. I have a feeling they'll be swallowed up by some other company. Or they'll just, yeah. Yeah. I have a feeling they're going to be selling one type of item, and that's it. They're going to go under. That's what I think. Prove me wrong. All right, go ahead. Prove me wrong. Do whatever you want. Yeah, but it was pretty bad the fact that worked for 3 months thinking we're going to get commission because my coworker made a huge bank on his commissions. So much so that I want to say he almost I want to say most of what he bought was because of his commissions. Like he has 3 cars. Um, he only bought a smaller car recently just to save on gas because he has a not a large truck but a medium sized truck, and then he has a sports car. Um, Obviously, the sports car uses a lot of gas. Of course, he's a smoker. Um, which I don't know if if you want to smoke and kill your lungs, that's fine. I'm not going to stop you or anything, but don't do it in your car, especially the sports car like that. It destroys the sealing in there. I don't know if you've ever seen some of the older cars with the top is coming down because the glue goes. That's because of smoke in there. All right, that's because of that. Oh, I was going to mention when I was talking with Jagoff, and he had all these 3 people up there. Um, we live in America. Okay, that's number one. Um, America has a constitution that gives you life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Okay, so if your happiness is pretending that you're a baby, or pretending that you're a dog, or even changing your sex, okay, um, you should be allowed that because it's America. Um, that's I guess that was my I if I wanted to get in with it again, I probably would mention that to him, but I don't want to. Maybe I'm sure it'll pop up again some other day. I'll be commenting on a friend's thing and he'll pop in. I hope you enjoy. Anyway, back to I gotta close this night down because it's already 11:15. Wow, it's a really long show. Yeah, we're gonna close this down. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna finish this wine, um, and go to bed shortly. What's kind of cool though is I'm selling 2 styrofoam boxes tomorrow for $1 each. Um, and it was kind of sad as I was communicating with the lady. She's like, "Oh, well, how much are they?" And I'm like, "They're listed for $1." So I went, "Did I not?" I tried not to be a douche, okay? Because a lot of times a lot of times I'm a bad person to be selling things online, because if you're an idiot and I don't want to deal with you, pretty much. But I was like, she goes, yeah, so how much are they? I'm like, is the price not listed? It's like, oh, well, sometimes, if they put down $1, they actually want you to, bargain with them. I'm like, well, wouldn't it be best if you put down $10 and you come down? You don't say, well, it's $1, and then I say, oh no, actually, I'm not selling for $1. I'm selling it for $5. That's I'm surprised that people do that, because I would never do that. I'm like, no, if I post it for $1, it's $1. Okay. If I um if I post for $20, it's $20. I'm not gonna say, oh well, actually it's $200. I just put down 20 to get you like excited for it. Speaking of which, I really hate the people on the on the marketplace who are selling things, and instead of just coming up with a price, they have to put down. You're like, what's the price? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's $1 billion. It makes me laugh. It really does, because I'm like, can you not come up with some kind of idea? Or the other people that will put something down. We'll put down $400, and like the very first comment you'll see is someone going, um, "I can buy that for $320 brand new. Why would I pay $400 for your used one?" And of course, they have no comments after. They can't. They don't know how to change the price. So they, or some of them get upset like, "Oh, well, mine's $400 because it's green." What? It doesn't make any sense. Why is yours 400 because it's green? Anyway, so that's been my week. Um, yeah, follow me on Facebook. I'm Conrad Bianco. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do that too. It's also Conrad Bianco. Matter of fact, here I'll even write it down. Boom. So yeah, so you can follow me there if you want. Um, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm still Conrad Bianca. It's weird. I have the same name for all of them, but it is. I found that it was better to just use my full name and real legal name. Um, Maybe I'll change it someday. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a separate account for actual posts someday. Whatever. But yeah, so follow me there. If you want to donate, there's a Patreon page for CD Improv. Hey, no one's paid yet. I don't expect anybody to, but if you want to one day, hey, throw us a couple bucks, and we'll make sure we stay in business and keep working. Oh, if you haven't voted not online, but if you haven't voted by mail yet, um, you know, you're welcome to do that. I mean, I'm not going to tell you can or can't. But I will say that if you haven't voted yet, January 2nd, this Tuesday coming up, will be Election Day. Hopefully, the polls in your area are not closed. If they are, then I'm sure someone will put a sign up to tell you where to go vote. I don't know where you should go vote. Um, there's too many places. Um, yeah, so don't forget to vote, and I don't care who you vote for. I don't care. This is the cellar dwellers. This is myself. I don't care who you vote for. I just want you to go out there and actually and vote, because it's an important part of our country is voting. So please vote on the 2nd. Please stay safe. Um, you probably should still wash your hands and disinfect your phones. wear a mask if you're going out. Governor Cuomo, I know we don't live in New York, I know, did put a mandatory mask, so you have to wear a mask to go into places. I wish they would have done that mandatory um, for every state, for the entire nation. Um, you know, that's just how it is. I guess a lot. I've heard, um, there's a lot of fluctuation up and down, up and down. Because people didn't want to wear a mask and things still got spread. There was the ladies that the hairdressers that opened up. I'm not even sure if it was legally or illegally, but they didn't wear masks. They didn't make their customers wear masks, and they possibly spread it to 144 different people. And those 144, who did they spread it to? That's because this stuff spreads quickly. So I'm going to call out. I'm going to end tonight's show there. But thank you for watching. If you want to watch this again for some reason, I'm going to be posting it on my YouTube page. Almost as probably it'll be up by morning, and then it'll be up by morning, and then I'll post it onto my Facebook page some point in time, so you can watch it there. So stay safe out there. Wear your mask. I don't know what else to say. I guess I need a call off. Oh, I remember. We do it every Friday. I have nothing else to plug. So have a great night, and we do it every Friday. I'll see you on Friday. Goodbye. Have a good night. It's weird because once I click like off, I still have to like I still it still comes up, and I think it's still recording while I'm clicking buttons. It's like I'm just gonna be quiet right now and just pretend I'm done.